Hello, welcome back to part 2 of this trying to fix video. Now, if you've missed part 1, then you've not really missed much, but it's probably a good idea to go back and watch what I've done so far. So go and click up there and all will become apparent. So yeah, here is the board. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different from the last time you saw it. It's no longer covered in Shrek snot. Well, I say that, it's sort of still got a few bits of residue on there, but it was surprisingly hard to get off. I did have to resort to my tar and glue remover, which did do the job, but yeah, it probably could do with a little bit of work. But I think for now, at least, there's enough off so we can sort of have a little poke around the board without getting snot on our hands, basically. So over the weekend, this arrived, and it's a little variable power supply. You can change the voltage here, and thankfully it's already set on the 15 volt mark, which is what we want. And it comes with like a standard head, and then it comes with a bag full of different heads. Now, this is the one that we need to power our sound bar, and the center pin is positive. We know that based on the diagram that's on the sound bar itself. So I think what I should do is plug it in and see if we get any voltage. So I need to plug in this board here where the power input goes in, and we'll see what's what. Let me zoom down so you get a closer look of everything. Right, so let's plug it in and see what happens. Nothing. Yeah, there's an LED on this side and it's not lit up at all. Oh, hang on, I probably need to press the power button. Volume plus, volume minus. I think that one's mode. I think this one must be power. No, that's not doing anything. So we've got a dead board. Hang on, hold the mayo, look. Idiot, I've only plugged in one of the connectors. Right, let's take the power off here temporarily. Let's plug in this. Now remember, these two here are the speaker connectors, and rather unhandily, this connector here is the same as the power connector. So yeah, that could have been a little bit of an error, but that is definitely the power connector, I remember it. Right, let's plug it in. Right, no other signs of life. Let's try the power button. Oh my God, it's on. It's actually on. Okay, that's good. That is really good. Right, okay. Right, let's power it off. Okay, so I mean, the first video would have been much better if I had a power supply. I'm so sorry. But okay, so but the fact that it powers up doesn't mean it's not faulty. It just means that it powers up. I'm just going to unplug the power. So at the moment, the only thing we've got plugged in is board here that takes in the power and also the auxiliary inputs. We don't have the optical board plugged in, and we don't have a speaker plugged in. Right, what I'm going to do is let's plug in the speakers and see what happens. Maybe I can put some sound through the auxiliary jacks and see what happens. Right. I did sort of try and tidy it away a little bit. Okay, let's plug in just one speaker. I'm just trying to take it very slowly and very methodically because, you know, I want it to work. Right, now I need to find a device that's got a 3.5mm headphone jack, and I can plug it into the input jack on here. That's going to be quite tricky because none of my phones have a 3.5mm jack. One moment, please. Right, okay, I found a old Kindle Fire tablet that does have an output jack. Okay, right, let's I'm just so genuinely shocked. I wasn't expecting it to just power up, but obviously if it was sold as faulty, that means there's another fault somewhere. Where, I do not know. Right, okay, so I've got the Epidemic Sound website up. I use Epidemic Sound for the music in all my videos, like the start music and the background music. I'd really recommend it if you've got a YouTube channel. So I put my referral link in there, and if you sign up via that, you get like 2 months free, I think, to try it out. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. Let's plug in the power now. And turn it on. Now I don't know, I might have to change the mode. Let's get some music playing. So at least we know there should be sound coming out. So we should have some sound. Right, let's change the mode. Oh, it's gone red. What does that mean? Oh, blue. Is that Bluetooth? And back to green. Volume up. Oh, this is volume up. Definitely not making any sound. Maybe just one channel's broken. Right, let's just plug the output into the other channel. Can I plug in the other speaker? Right, hang on. It seems to be working to the point where it seems that it's on and doing everything, but it's just not making any sound output. Right, so that should definitely be making sound. Let's turn it up. Let's switch mode. That's still not making any sound. I wonder if that mode is red because that's the optical input and the optical board isn't plugged in. That might make sense. Okay, right, I'll tell you what, let's see if my phone sees it on Bluetooth. So this mode is obviously Bluetooth because it's flashing blue. So let's see if I can see it. Let's go into my Bluetooth settings. Maybe if we hold the mode down, does that make it pair? Oh look! Hitachi Soundbar. There we go, Hitachi Soundbar connected. And that's the blue light solid now, right, okay. Right, that seems to be up to maximum volume, but it's not playing anything. I'll tell you what, let's just go to Spotify. Okay, right, so what have we learned? It seems to be on and functioning. It seems to think that it's playing music through this, but the sound is not coming out. Now I plugged in both speakers and there's no sound coming out of either of those speakers. So I don't think two speakers would be at fault like at the same time. That just doesn't make any sense. So I think the speakers are fine. Something is not fine. But what is the thing that is not fine? I'm wondering if there's a fault with the amplifier. Because that is the thing that's not most likely, but fairly likely to blow, isn't it? That is the thing that's being put under a lot of pressure a lot of the time. It's, you know, and especially if someone's had this cranked up. Now, considering this unit thinks that it's playing out at full pelt, it's not actually, the amplifier's not getting hot at all. Right. So I think what I need to do is get to that amplifier chip and see if I can suss out what's going on there, but I need to get rid of this heatsink, which admittedly isn't held on particularly well. But then I don't really have the tools to fix it. That's the problem. That is the problem. Okay, let me sort of gather my thoughts and we'll come back in a second. Okay, well, I've had a little muse and I think what I should do is see if I can get this heatsink off, see what's underneath it. I'm assuming it's the amplifier underneath it, and maybe we can get like the name of the chip or whatever, and we can search for it and see if that is what it is, and maybe we can work out the inputs and outputs of that chip, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I could wire the sort of the unamplified side to an amplified source like my computer speakers, and then we could see if that is the case and it's basically taking the signal in but an amplified signal isn't coming out. I think that makes sense. Now hopefully, I don't think the heatsink is actually screwed on. It seems to have these little tabby things here that are just twisted. So if I try and untwist them, hopefully the heatsink should just come off. Yep, that's coming off, I think. Yes. Aha, okay, so we have some thermal paste and we have a chip that we can't see anything of because it is covered in thermal paste. But hopefully if we give that a clean, all will become clear. Give a quick shout out to the people who've joined the channel. Thank you so much, especially David, who is at one of the highest tiers. You're mental. Literally, he's joined at Kip Mental. And also shout out to my neighbours who are deciding to have a bonfire when I've done literally all the washing in the washing basket. Never mind. Right. Let's give this a clean and see what's under here. It could be that the amplification side of this chip is a bit wonky. Now my eyes seem to suggest it says BT AXS014BTU. There is a bit more writing. L1 6 LAS. No, that's found literally nothing. Genuinely can't find anything. See, I think this is definitely like the Bluetoothy bit of the board, I reckon. That's my guess. Although this does have quite a few pins for an amplifier. I wonder what this chip is. See if there's anything on that chip. So that is a BT 1611EM. Right, that's come up. Good, right, okay, let's see if that tells me what the heck that is. Specification, about data sheet. Ugh, that's not the data sheet. I don't know how I can fix this if I can't find out what these things do. Where do I look? Where's the information? I mean, that is the board. Hopefully you can see that properly and clearly. Oh, I'm annoyed. I really wanted. It was such a rush when I saw that it powered on, but yeah, it all quickly went wrong. Yeah, I've literally got no idea where to start looking for information. I could just sit here for hours Googling and getting annoyed, but I won't because that's a waste of everybody's time. So yeah, where do I go from here? How do I even start? I really do need your help. So if you've got any helpful ideas where I can find out what these chips are, what their pinouts are, anything like that, that would be amazing. I just probably stupidly thought that if I Googled it, it'd all be there, but it's not. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it's largely been rubbish. But anyway, I will take on your comments and everything like that, and hopefully we can get this fixed somehow, some way. I mean, I don't think for a millisecond I could remove that chip with the equipment I've got or haven't got. So I'm kind of hoping it's something to do with this chip, but I don't know what those chips are. Okay, right, well, I've tried. I've failed, but I've tried, and God loves a trier apparently. So let's say goodbye. Reluctantly, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but for now, it's game over.